Hi everyone, this is Leonard de Guzman here on the Life After the podcast here with Emily Robinson. We're going to go over divorce news, divorce topics, see what people are posting online about divorce and a little bit more that probably isn't about divorce. So Emily, how's it going today? It's September 23rd. We're here in California. It's like supposed to be fall, but it's like 90 degrees today in the valley.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like fall and it smells so smoky outside, but I got my cinnamon broom and my pumpkins out. I'm ready for fall and Halloween. And yeah, not much going on. Trying to figure out how I'm going to make Halloween fun this year because it's pretty much canceled. I've already decorated my house. We do that every year. It's a haunted house. My kids love it. So we're doing what we can to enjoy it.
Yeah, I saw something like a video where you get like a pole and you give the kid like candy, like you do that thing, you flip it over and you hand it over. It's like probably like a 10-foot. It's like a pool cleaner thing, or you.
But it's like you still touched the candy to get it on the pole, so I don't know. Like, I guess if you Lysol all your candy before you eat it, maybe. I don't know. I figured I'd just buy my kids a lot of candy and throw it at them. They can eat it.
That candy's toxic anyway, so.
Try telling kids that.
Okay. In this portion of the show, we're going to go over divorce news, which we do every week here. A lot of it, we like the celebrity news, like learn from it. So let's get to it. Let's see. Kelly Clarkson. She's in the news a lot lately because it's divorce. I think she wants, maybe there's like a show, like is she on a show coming up or like something?
Well, isn't she has her own like daytime talk show that she's doing from home. So
okay.
On that. And I think she's on one of the reality talent judging shows. Okay. But I can't ever remember who's on which one.
Yeah, you switch them out. Like there's American Idol, there's The Voice. I think she might be on The Voice.
I think it's
like
The Voice.
Like she flip-flops. Like it's like.
The only one I ever remember is Howie Mandel because he's only done the America's Got Talent. He doesn't go from show to show, but like that guy Ken Young, he does all like he's got a new show. Yeah. I love that guy. He's so funny. He's a doctor. How is he a doctor and doing this? It's hilarious. I love it.
Yeah, so he's a stand-up comedian, and he was practicing at like Kaiser in like Woodland Hills at the same time. How crazy is that?
I guess it's his backup, and then if his comedy career takes off, there you go.
Yeah, his wife was like, just go do your hobby. So okay, let's get back to Kelly Clarkson. So Kelly Clarkson, she says she didn't see divorce coming. The Strong singer filed for divorce in June. Kelly Clarkson addressed her divorce with her estranged husband, Brandon Blackstock, on Monday during her first in-studio taping since March. The Stronger singer, 38, got candid about her emotions before telling her fans that she was going to scale back talking about her divorce in the future so that she can protect her kids. As you probably know, 2020 has brought a lot of changes, also to my personal life, told the audience. So she says, so I'm usually very open. I usually talk about everything, but in this case, I'll talk a little bit here and there and how it affects me personally, but probably won't go too far into it because I'm a mama bear and my kids come first. So let's see, let's go through it a little more. When I got upset when I was a kid, I had problems saying how I felt, and my mom told me to start writing, and that's actually how I got my feelings out. So I probably won't speak about it too much, but you definitely will hear it musically. That's how I became a songwriter. She adds, music has always been an outlet to get me through difficult times, and this year I've been listening to a lot of music, and I've also been writing a lot of music as well. So this is a good thing. Like, people have outlets, Yeah.
I think a lot of people don't see it coming. But I think when you're a celebrity, it's really hard. It's hard to make a marriage work. You're both really busy and you've got kids and you're running shows, and usually celebrities are running multiple other empires like fashion lines and things like that. So, unfortunately, divorce is pretty common with most people and definitely with celebrities too. But it's good that she's finding positive outlets. I haven't heard them really bad talking each other that much like other people do. It doesn't sound like the divorce has gotten as ugly as like Brad and Angelina. So they're probably doing the right stuff and keeping the kids out of the media and getting through it the best they can. I'm sure being in the spotlight makes it even harder.
Okay, our next celebrity, Gwyneth Paltrow, says relationship with Chris Martin post-divorce is better than our marriage, is according to Yahoo News. Let's see, Gwyneth Paltrow and Chris Martin seem to have the co-parenting thing down pat, but the Goop CEO says it can be harder than it looks some days. Paltrow chatted with friend Drew Barrymore for the new daytime TV host talk show about her relationship with Martin. Barrymore called the exes who consciously uncoupled in 2014 after 10 years of marriage a major beacon of how it can be done. In a way, my divorce and my relationship with Chris now is like better than our marriage was. Paltrow, 47, explained on the Drew Barrymore show, so I do think it could be done. The Avengers star credited a doctor with helping give her and the Coldplay frontman 43 a rubric of how to do it. I always wondered how old she was, so they gave her up her age.
Yep. You can't have any secrets when you're a celebrity. Yeah, I think that happens sometimes. Sometimes people are just better off as friends, and they can be great friends. It didn't work as a married couple, but as friends, they can totally make it work. And it's rare, I think, but for them, I'm glad it's working. They both have their own careers, their own money. I think they're both remarried, so it's probably like just all fit together and worked out well for them. But the best thing is it's really good for the kids. They see all the parents getting along great, and that teaches kids how to have a healthy family relationship. Seeing the fighting between parents is really what can harm kids, according to most of the research.
Okay. Kim Kardashian. This show is finally ending. Kim Kardashian. I think this is the last.
Really?
Yeah, they're not coming back. So, I mean, she's still in the news. So this thing, according to page6.com, Kim Kardashian could divorce Kanye West over his stance on abortion. Kim Kardashian is thinking about divorcing Kanye West in light of his latest episode. Page 6 is exclusively told. A source close to the couple tells Page 6 that West's bipolar disorder and his anti-abortion stance have taken a toll on their crumbling marriage. Kim has the whole divorce process planned out, our insider shared, but she's waiting for him to get through his latest episode. Over the past few months, West 43 has been extremely vocal about being pro-life, telling a rally crowd that he and Kardashian 39 nearly aborted their oldest child, daughter Northwest. I almost killed my daughter, he said during the event. No more plan B, plan A. So how does this work?
I'm kind of surprised because I would think that she would know that stuff about him before they got married. I mean, maybe not that he was bipolar, but his political views and his, morals and values and stuff. That's something you should really discuss before you get married. I realize people can change, and maybe he changed, but you want to discuss that before you have 4 children together, which I think is what they have. Also, every other week there's a reason they're getting a divorce in the news. So who knows if that's actually why they're getting divorced. My guess is it's probably much deeper than one issue. But it's hard to be married to someone who is bipolar or has a psychological problem like that, especially if they're not getting proper treatment. And I don't know what kind of treatment he's getting, but at some point, you know, if she can't handle it anymore, she's got to put the kids first, and that may require leaving him, or they'll work through it and he'll get medicated. But you know, it's a serious psychological disorder, and I hope that he's getting treatment for it.
Okay. Well, they had a good run. I mean, that show was on forever. Like, I never thought it would, like, end.
Yeah, and they've had a super long marriage by Hollywood standards. I mean, I don't know how long they've been married, but it's been a while, and much longer than most Hollywood marriages last.
Okay, so we're done with celebrity news. Now we're gonna go to like regular people news. This part of the show, we're gonna go over what people are posting online about divorce. See like how it is life after it, during it, getting started. So let's get to our first post.
Same problems, just less money.
There you go. Okay. For those who couldn't move on from a divorce, I couldn't believe it. For a while now, the divorce has fallen so far behind I couldn't remember or feel anything. I went through a dramatic one, had it all: the cheating, the heated argument, the counselors, the lawyers, the social service, the police, etc. All those pain, agony, hurt, hatred, anger suddenly have disappeared one day out of my head, my mind, my body. It was, I think, because I put my head down and did everything I could to move on. I let myself cry, isolate, feel the pain, anger, then exercise, do yoga, meditate, then reluctantly talked about it, socialized, went on dates, allowed myself to be vulnerable and fall for someone, experience heartbreak. Gradually, life just moves on, and I can't imagine myself stuck in a relationship with a man I don't love anymore. I started accepting and making the most out of the situation.
Well, that's a good post because it shows how life goes on after divorce. And I think that person is right. Like, you just have to make yourself do it. Get out there, move on, do the things that are uncomfortable and that you don't want to do, because the divorce is happening whether you want it or not. And you have to adjust, or you're just going to sit at home and be depressed, and that's not a good option. So find a way to move on, and remember, you're not alone. There's support groups, there's people that have been through this, and all of those people can help you get through this as well. So you just have to make sure that you take advantage of the resources out there. If you need help, get help. Like, don't just sit home and be depressed on your own. It's not going to help you, and it's not going to move the process forward for you at all of healing and getting better. But there are so many. Take advantage of that.
Okay. This next post is about mental health. I'm so worn out. So this incredibly difficult process, I've found myself beating my head against a brick wall, proverbial. I asked the question, why were you so terrible to me for all those damn years if you really loved me back in the same way I loved you? Only the sound of silence and regret. A man hated him. This is a pretty big word from him. Of course, I can't stop crying because each name calling, hits, hair pulls, belittling, words spat at me, silent treatment for weeks, wads of phlegm launched right into my face, dead bedroom, the cold feeling of truly not being loved, and let's not forget the rape. I died out inside. These are the things I can't stop from continuously ripping me apart. Again, his words when he calms down, that he has me in tears. These are the words that I don't trust. I'm scared on so many levels. It's so difficult to love someone so much who is volatile when annoyed or angry, yet I still do. I ripped my heart when I demanded the divorce. It was a decision I made from my children and myself. Just being honest.
Well, I think we all know actions speak louder than words. So people can say lots of beautiful things, but if they're treating you badly and physically harming you, it's time to get away. And you can't control other people. All you can control is yourself. And I think if you are in an abusive relationship and you still feel like you love that person or want to stay with them, then you should talk to somebody about getting the strength and emotional power to get away from that person. Because like I said, you can only control you. So talk to a victim's advocate, talk to an attorney, talk to a psychologist, find that strength deep within to get away from them so you can protect yourself and your children. And once you do that, you'll be free and you can move on with your life. Of course, you'll probably need long-term psychological treatment for the abuse that you've suffered, but don't let that person continue to control you. Abuse is a cycle and it will just keep going and going until you get away.
Okay. This next one is our last one of the day. It's about dating. This one's like, let's see, it says, what to expect. I've been amazed if people asking me if I'm dating again. For background, I'm less than a month from the divorce. Taking care of splitting assets. I didn't even know my marriage wasn't happy until Feb 2020. Now a lot has happened and this is where I am. I know that I'm not ready to date. Honestly, I think I'm gonna give it a try and get my heart through the 2020 survival mode. I'm trying to take care of myself physically and mentally, trying to see the other side of the situation. I'm ending a marriage where it seems we can no longer be happy together, but it seems I have a shot to be happy out there one day with someone else. What am I walking into? I mean, the last time I dated, I was finishing college almost a decade ago. How do I find someone compatible? Should I avoid anything serious at first? Will women even find me attractive? Please chime in.
Well, that's a lot of good questions. So I think that it's hard to go back to dating when you've been married and you don't know what's out there. You don't know what to expect. You've been off the market for a long time. So I think you have to find a way of dating that's comfortable for you. I mean, with COVID right now, pretty much it's probably only online, but in normal circumstances, what's comfortable for you? Doing it online, going to places where you may find someone with common interests, like a class or something. There's so many different things, but what I can tell you is I know so many people that have moved on to second marriages and sometimes are much happier than in their first marriage. There is someone out there for you. Of course, people will still find you attractive. It's just getting out there and getting that confidence back, get yourself back, figure out who you are again so that you can love yourself, and then that will open you up to being able to love other people.
Yeah, I saw that commercial where I want to say it was like eHarmony, where they got the Zoom thing going where they're cooking, but they're not together. So it's kind of like you're together but you're not.
Yeah.
It's that weird, yeah. It's that weird thing where like you see each other's houses and you kind of like in the background, and it's like you don't see that when you're like face to face, which is like
it's true.
Different. So
that's all you can do right now, I guess. I know it's probably a little invasive. Like, I just met you, but here's my house.
Yeah. So that's all the time we have for today. Emily, you have any things you want to get off your chest? You have something. I know you're saying something.
I always have something to say. Holidays are coming up, so it's really important to make sure your custody orders for holidays are in place and good to go, and that there aren't going to be any last minute disputes over Christmas and Thanksgiving. And if there are disputes, you're running out of time to address them, so get on them as soon as you can.
Okay, so take that advice, and we'll see you guys next week on the Life After D podcast.